Hey guys, and in this episode of TikTok Talk, we're going to be talking about rocks that tell time. That's right, most of us like our diamonds and anything else that's shiny in our jewelry, but it doesn't always tell us the time. These rocks do. Don't believe me? Stay tuned, that's coming up right after this. The company that we're going to be taking a look at today is actually relatively new. They're a new Swiss watchmaking company. They were founded in 2014 by Frederick Bjerge and Mark Frenner. Now, what's really interesting about these two gentlemen is that they are Swiss. However, by trade, they're designers and just in general nature lovers. Together, that collaborates and turns into a really unique love of watches with a very nice design, but using some creative, unconventional materials to truly give you something that is unique. It's different. More importantly, it's that one characteristic that often justifies very high prices: exclusivity. You get one of these pieces, you're not going to see another one that looks exactly as the one that you have. So without further ado, the company that we're talking about here is Une or Une, depending on how you pronounce it. Now, they're located in Switzerland. They are Swiss-made pieces, but what is very unique about them is that they use rocks. Rocks that are found in landmarks throughout the world to create the dials of each one of their pieces. These pieces end up being very limited edition. Currently, there's one line that you can get now that's made from the Alps and the highest point that you can reach by train in Europe. And we're going to take a look at all these models in a second, followed by two from Niagara Falls and from Boulder Opal in Australia. They have had to develop some very unique technology to take these large pieces of stone, these pieces of rock, and cut them down to very, very, very precise dimensions. These rocks, these geological masterpieces that were built by the earth themselves, are then turned into very, very unique dials. All the pieces that we're going to look at are Swiss quartz only. I was able to contact the company through Instagram, and they did a very good job of getting back with me very quickly. And they do plan to look into mechanical offerings in the future. It's fair to say this isn't going to appeal to everybody, but what I do love about it is that it's unique, it's different, it's taking from the standard or industry accepted or industry common features and materials or precious metals or anything else to create a dial, and it's taken something that's very different, that by its own nature and design is unique in every single piece. So there's a certain amount of people out there that this might really appeal to. So without further ado, let's take a look at their offerings now. And first up that we're looking at here, this is the name of the highest point. It's the highest point in the Swiss Alps that can be reached by train. I'm not going to insult anybody by trying to pronounce it. There are several variations of it. It's the heart of the Swiss Alps, part of the UNESCO World Heritage. Some cool features of the pieces that they're offering is that you'll be able to see the original elevation that's associated with the piece that your dial is cut from, which again is just one of those other things that help make these pieces very, very unique. Another thing that on the back, it's going to feature the latitude and longitude from where the piece from your dial came from, in addition to the number of your watch. As I mentioned in the introduction, it's a limited run, so your piece will be numbered. You do have a rotating bezel, and it will have marked on it the latitude and longitude that your pieces came from. So let's see if we can take a closer look at these that they're offering at the moment. So you see every single one of the dials is different despite being taken from the same geographic area, which is part of what makes every single one of these pieces unique. Bands, bracelets, and like I said, all of these models are Swiss quartz. The prices you see here, the Swiss francs, 450, which is, last time I checked the exchange rate, it was very similar to the American dollar right now. So I think they come out to be about 460 US dollars for these models. So these are the ones that are available now. The future models that they plan on coming out, the other one is Niagara Falls. They use dolomite rock for these, found at Niagara, which have millions of microcrystalline inclusions, and they make a reflection that's very similar to diamonds in the sunlight, and it gives the watch dial a nice glitter over the reddish rock surface. It is worth noting, as it mentions in every single one of these, that the rocks are all handpicked with permission from local authorities. This is not available now, but it is coming soon, as you'll be able to see on the website, and you can subscribe to kind of receive updates on what the status of those pieces are. Next up, for my Aussie viewers, all right, I thought this was pretty cool, and I thought of several of you when I went through and read this one. You have the Boulder Opal Edition. Now, this uses globally appreciated Boulder Opal. The contrast between the dark stone and the opal bring out a variety of colors, which is part of what makes every piece unique in its own right. Again, these aren't available right now. As you can see on the website, it's going to be coming soon. You can subscribe and get updates on when those will be available. Now, I suspect that the prices for all of them aren't going to be similar to the prices that we saw for the Swiss Alps models. Having said that, I don't have a specific idea on what the pricing was going to be. So if you're looking for offerings that use unique materials to put your watch together, you want something that is truly exclusive that you're not going to find on anybody else's wrist without it costing $10, $20, $30, $40,000, has a solid Swiss quartz movement, or you just like nature, you're an environmentalist, you appreciate the geography, this brand might be something that appeals to you, and it's certainly worth checking out. I hope you guys enjoyed that look at the Yoon Swiss watchmaking company. Again, they just started up in 2014. If you're interested, I am going to put a link down to the company's website below. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to go ahead and give it a thumbs up and share on social media. If this is your first time checking out the channel, I encourage you to look through the other videos and see if there's anything else that you enjoy. As always, that's all for this time. CG out.